Today's letter in the word is Q, which stands for quiet. In 1 Peter chapter 3, verses 3 through 4, Peter had this to say. He said, "Your adornment must not be merely external, braiding of the hair, wearing gold jewelry, or putting on dresses, but let it be the hidden person of the heart, with the imperishable quality of a gentle," and here it is, "a quiet spirit, which is precious in the sight of God." Now, notice what the word does not say here. It does not say that you must not adorn externally. Rather, your adornment must not be merely external. I remember hearing an old preacher years ago, and I probably shouldn't call him old because back then he was probably of similar age as me right now. But he was addressing those who kind of went off the deep end on this passage and maybe a few others, said that any makeup or outward adornment was a sin. Now, that was an obvious misreading of this scripture, and this old preacher wanted folks to know that. The preacher said, "Folks, if the barn needs painting, you better paint the barn. We don't need sad-looking, unpainted, flaking barns out there trying to convince others about the joy of living for Jesus." Now, he may have taken that a little bit too far, I don't know. But the point that God is making through Peter here is that what really matters is what the inside of the barn looks like. We've all seen couples who put so much planning and effort and big bucks into a wedding ceremony and expect that the marriage itself requires little or no work or grooming or growing. That marriage will end up showing no one who Jesus really is. We know of houses that people adorn and beautify to extremes externally. But the home itself, where the family dwells, is like a war zone with anything but a gentle and quiet spirit described by our scripture today. You see, what is precious in the sight of God is not that we go through life unadorned, gloomy, and unjoyful, like we've been sucking on sour persimmons or put our makeup on upside down or just looking like $1,000,000 on the outside and being ripped apart on the inside with anger, worry, or mistrust that keeps us on an explosive edge. Church, His Word is telling us that there is a way that we can lead lives of peace and faith that is all the way through, from the inside out, not from the outside in. A spirit of quietness, a calm in the midst of calamity. But that means that we have to spend more time with Him and His Word, adorning the inside, changing our mindset, because that's what is precious in the sight of God. I love you, church, and one could truly say that He loves you from the inside out. Let Him love you that way. Have a blessed week.